Okay guys, got the dually in the shop tonight. Pretty obvious what's going on. I've got the 52-inch light bar from Auxbeam, the V series, and we're going to be installing it on the dually today.
Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody...
Okay, so I just got the light bar sitting up there. It's gonna come forward and down, I believe, a little bit. It's actually gonna go right in front of my clearance lights up there, which I'm not really that happy about. I had Auxbeam send me some brackets that they make. These are actually for a 50-inch straight light bar. I looked around and I don't think they even make a roof brackets for a 52-inch straight light bar. I see a lot of curved light bar mounts, but nothing for a 52-inch straight. So I had them send me these, and I'm just gonna have to bend these around a little bit, and should be able to make up the difference. 50-inch, 52-inch, all I got to do is make up an inch on each side. Should be able to do that. You can see these are mounted with three holes here. It goes up in here underneath that weather stripping, and then the light sits across there like that. Okay guys, so I'm mocking my bracket up here. Took my weather strip off so I can access the area where I'm bolting here. You just pull that off. Just mocking my brackets up here, kind of matching the curve of the roof here with the curve of the bracket. And I'm gonna mark my holes here. Get them all marked up so I can center punch them. There are some spot welds I'm seeing here too. So again, I've got my bracket positioned to kind of avoid those spot welds. I don't really want to be drilling into spot welds. So now that I've got these marked, I can center punch them and drill them out. Okay, I've got my center punch here, ready to center punch these holes. You wanna center punch these holes because you need these holes to be pretty exact. There's not much movement on your bracket, so if you screw these up, you're going to be in trouble. So you want this as exact as you can get it. Okay, so now that we've got the small holes drilled, we're going to be drilling it out to put this nutsert in. I think it's 11/32, I think, is what I need, but I got one here. Okay guys, installing these nutserts. They have tools for this. And a lot of times when companies send you these, they'll give you a nut that has like a lock washer on the end of it. I don't have anything like that, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a 1/4-inch bolt. That's what fits in there. I got a nut that's a little bigger than the bolt. I'm screwing this in here like this. I'm putting silicone around this. And I'm making sure it's a tight fit on this. So when it goes in there, it's a tight fit. That's going to help from keeping that from spinning, because I don't have any lock washer on here. And then I'm taking a impact driver and tightening the bolt. And what that does is it pulls this threaded area inward, and it crushes the rest of this, and locks itself onto the metal that you're inserting that into. So that's how I'm installing these. Okay, so we're going to mock up the bracket here. I'll probably add silicone when I do the final install. I just want to make sure that all these bolts are going to line up here. And everything's looking good here. Okay, so I got one installed. Got to do the other side. Then I got to make sure I've got 52 inches across here. And we'll be mounting her up. Hopefully everything's going to work out here. Okay, so I got both brackets on. As you can see, both doors are shutting. What seems to be okay. Gaps are good. Now I gotta somehow do this by myself. I gotta get that installed. I think I got the brackets bent out enough to accept the light. We'll see here. As soon as I figure out how to do it by myself. So I'll get her mounted up and we'll see what she looks like. Well, there she is, guys. All mounted up. Or mocked up anyway. I believe I got the brackets even, and everything looks straight, I guess. It's tight. It's really tight up there. I don't know if I can get you guys a look up there or not, but she's tight. I went with that top hole to mount. This bracket's got a few different holes on it, so I went with the top one, and this bracket can't go any further back. It probably should have been forward, but there's just, like I said, there's a spot weld right there that I wanted to avoid, so that's why it's there. But I mean, I do like that it's really tight up against the body, and it's not sticking way up there. I've seen some that stick way up, and I do not like that look at all. And I've seen some that stick way out forward, and I don't like that either. So I mean, I like it that it's nice and tight up against the body. So I'm gonna have to wait for help though to get it back off and then remount it, because I don't want to drop anything or mess anything up. Probably gotta tweak the brackets just a tiny bit more here and there, get them bent a little straighter. And then I'm going to be back for wiring it up. So okay, so I got the light all mounted up, siliconed, and all bolted down for the final time. Now it's time for running wires. Probably one of the downfalls to this light is you have to run 2 sets of wires to the light, because you not only need power and ground for the main light, but you also have all the other LEDs to run wires to. from the controller box. So that's quite a bit of wires here that I got to try to fish up there, but I'm gonna try to do my best here. Everything's here, even down to the fuse and relays, switches. So everything's here. I may have to end up extending my power wires here. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna be opening up the truck here and trying to get all these wires situated. Alrighty guys, I got it all wired up, and everybody wants to know where the wires go. So they're actually, you can kind of see it there. It's inside this rubber seal. And it's right in there. I got both wires in there. Seems to fit pretty good. My only complaint about them really nice connectors is I think they're too big. They really need to be smaller. I did my best to hide them on the bracket, but you can still see that one because it's just so dang big. But the door shuts nice, and the wires are inside that deal. In here, I just got the switch over here. I'm getting a new piece right here. This is going to be new, so right now that's kind of just a temporary position of where I got my switch, and I just took this off and drilled a hole just like I did this switch here for my bumper light, and routed my wires down under the dash, and then through that grommet right there. I got all my wires running through that grommet, so I got a ton of wires going through there with the plow harness and my other lights. A lot of lights in there, and then the Bluetooth here. Again, just sitting with the other one there in this kind of this open space. One thing, guys, if you put your wires in here, you see I got really nothing over here. That's because when the hood closes, this hinge goes down in there. So you don't want your wires bundled up right there, or they're probably going to get hooked on your hood hinge there and possibly destroyed. So then the wires, there's the Bluetooth controller box. I got the relay sitting here. Probably zip tie that up against these wires. Okay, so the wires that are inside this gasket that runs up the pillar, they just go down into the fender there, and they come out right there. And then the positive goes to the positive on the battery, negative goes to the negative on the battery. There's the fuse. There's a 30 amp, and they supply that, so it's all connected, ready to go, ready to show you how it looks.